On behalf of the Princeton Area Chamber of Commerce, hello and welcome to our annual meeting and awards presentation. I am so glad that all of you could be here this evening. I so wish that we could have invited our entire membership to tonight's event, but I appreciate everyone's understanding and support with our following of the COVID guidelines when we started to plan for this evening just a mere 4 weeks ago. As you see, tonight's program will be recorded so that we are able to share this with our entire membership. I am confident that for next year's meeting, we will be back to normal. With that being said, I would like to hand the mic over to our outgoing board president, Mike Smith, to lead us in our invocation.
Please bow. Dear God, thank you for the progress we have seen over the past months in controlling the spread of COVID-19 and the opportunity to gather this evening. Please protect and comfort those who struggle with the pandemic and for all those who have suffered loss. Blessed God, God of all creation, whose goodness fills our hearts in joy, blessed are you for bringing us together as friends and colleagues. Pour forth your blessing on us. Make us effective leaders and wise stewards of your bountiful gifts. Bless this food we are about to share. Bless those who prepared it and who serve it. And help us to keep in mind all those who go hungry tonight. May our meal and celebration nourish our bodies and strengthen the bonds that unite us in love and faithful service. This we pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our annual dinner. And I want to take this time to introduce your Chamber Board of Directors. And I think most of them are all sitting right here close. So please stand when I call your name and remain standing, please. The officers, in addition to myself, Dave Schaus, who's our Vice President. Dave is an individual member. Derek Fetzer, Dan Legner, who's Treasurer. Dan couldn't be here tonight. And Shelley Manier is our Secretary, and she's not here tonight. So Derek Fetzer is next. Derek is with Heartland Bank and Trust. Brian Church, who's an individual member. Nick Garanges. Did I say that right, Nick? Okay. I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. The only time I can say it right is when I'm at the Barrel Society, where he's from. Tracy Grimmer from First State Bank. I did practice that because, Ryan Keitzer from Studio K Architecture. Roxana Noble, I don't know if Roxana is here tonight. There she is, from Landmark Realty. Laura Seitz from Perry Memorial, soon to be St. Clair. And Sherry Swanson could not be here tonight either, from the studio. Please give all these people a round of applause.
Thank you, Steve. We will now turn to a very important part of our evening, the presentation of the awards. These awards are given every year at the Chamber's annual meeting, but due to COVID, last year's award winners have unfortunately never been announced. Therefore, we're going to go back in time for just a moment to recognize those two beyond deserving recipients. I ask that all the award winners please come up. If you're present from the business or organization, I would like everyone that's associated with that's in the room to come up, and then we'll move you off to the side so that the paper can get a picture for us. The 2019 and 2020 Chamber Member of the Year is Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Heartland Bank has demonstrated a significant commitment to the success of the Princeton community. Since acquiring Citizens First National Bank in the fall of 2012, Heartland has continued strong leadership through its financial contributions and the encouragement of its staff members to assume leadership positions throughout our community. Sarah Hudson has been a leader with the BCUW. Derek Fetzer has served as president of the Chamber Board after serving 2 years as our vice president. Ginger Freeberg has been active in the Ambassadors Club. Jay Burt has been a leader in the local estate planning council, and Heartland Bank also has 4 members in our Princeton Rotary Club. Financially, Heartland Bank has continued as the lead supporter of Festival 56. They have been very generous with contributions to every nonprofit organization in the community by donating tickets and cash to many different auctions held by those nonprofits. In 2019, they donated $10,000 to Princeton Tourism to be used to purchase the stage for our Main Street concert series. Our community would not be the same without Heartland's numerous contributions of time, talent, and treasure. Thank you, Heartland Bank. We will now turn to the 2019 and 2020 Chamber Service Club or Organization of the Year. Last year's recipient was Princeton Rotary Club. The Rotary Club motto is service above self, and members adhere to the 4-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all? The Rotary Club celebrated its 100th anniversary in 2020. For 100 years, this club has been at the forefront of our community service and scholarships and surrounding area. The Swan Eckmeyer Scholarship has generated nearly $67,000, giving awards to 67 students since its creation in 2001. The club will be hosting its 30th charity auction this year. Since the start of the auction, the club has donated over $450,000 to local charities. In celebration of its 100th anniversary, the club has donated $10,000 to the Bureau County Historical Society to assist with the preservation of the Bill Lamb collection. In cooperation with the City of Princeton, the club will be erecting a Welcome to Princeton sign at the former Darius Miller Park, now called Rotary Park, and has committed future financial resources for the improvement to the park and the caboose currently located at the park. Additionally, the club will be donating 100 hours of volunteer time to the Princeton Bike Commission for sidewalk cleanup and repair. Princeton Rotary Club has 21 members who have been recognized as Paul Harris Fellows and 11 non-Rotarian individuals who have also received the recognition as a Paul Harris Fellow. It is my great honor to not only present this award to the Princeton Rotary Club, but also to be a fellow Rotarian. Congratulations, Princeton Rotary Club, and thank you for all that you do for our community. I know we have a lot of Rotarians, so please come forward because we would like all of you to get your picture taken. Congratulations. Okay, we will now turn to the 2020-2021 awards. Our 2020-2021 Chamber Member of the Year is Rachel Gustafson. Rachel is a wife, mother to 3, and works full-time as a nurse practitioner. I had the pleasure of meeting Rachel early on in my role as the new executive director. She is one of the most genuine, caring, and selfless individuals that I have ever met. She joined the Chamber this past year to become more involved, and she is also one of our newest Chamber Ambassador Club members. She is our 2020-2021 Chamber Member of the Year because of her giving heart and helpful spirit. Our small business owners went through so much this past year due to the effects of COVID. But Rachel found a way to not only help, but to also bring our community closer together during a very uncertain and stressful time. Rachel exemplifies everything I love about living in Princeton and growing up in Bureau County. I'm very proud and honored to call her my friend. I wasn't going to originally show the following video, but after I sat at my desk this morning watching it, and there may have been a tear or two, I think it is very necessary to show, especially at our annual meeting tonight. This past year has been so uncertain for all of us, and for all very different reasons. And the following video shows exactly why Princeton has come out stronger on the other side of COVID. It is our people. It is our small business owners. It is the city of Princeton. People like Joel, Teresa, Pete, and the council. It is our school districts and their administration and staff. All of these people fighting and working tirelessly to make Princeton a better place. It is why every person in this room should be extremely proud of where we live and what we represent. And for those reasons, I would like to share this.
So we have this amazing thing that happened in our small town of Princeton, Illinois, back during COVID shutdown of March and April. We have an individual that lives in our town that is a nurse practitioner, a wife, and a mom of 3. She took it upon herself to do a little fundraiser with our community through Facebook, and she raised $34,715 for 41 of our small businesses.
My name is Rachel Gustafson. I have lived in Princeton my whole life. I created this group to just figure out a way to give back to these small businesses in our area. I think everyone in this group can agree that we love this small town and we just want it to prosper during this crazy time and even after we get back to our new norm way of life.
From Austin Parker Naturals. It's so much appreciated.
Hi Rachel, it's Ann from Annie's Little Pots. Thank you so much, so much for everything you did for our town and for me as well. Thank you.
Thank you from the Apollo Theater. Rachel, Nick LaBarrel's side here. Thank you so much for everything you do. I love you.
Thank you, Rachel, from Quinta at Blooms on Elm.
Hi Rachel, thanks. It was a great thing you did and we took advantage of it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessica Johnson, owner of CrossFit 56. I just want to take some time to tell Rachel, thank you so much for what you've done with the Princeton quarantine giveaways. It was an amazing thing to see what you could put together and the community come together. I know you took a lot of time and effort, and we are greatly appreciative of it all. Thanks.
Thank you, Rachel, from Eclectic Joy.
Thank you, Rachel, from Flowers by Julia.
Thank you, Rachel, from 522.
Rachel, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you have done for the businesses, but especially what you have done for Good Sense Limited, as it is so personal and so close to our heart. The community thanks you, and we welcome every idea that you could have for us. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Rachel, from Guys and Gals. We love you.
Thank you, Rachel, from the Hog House.
Rachel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You've helped Hoffman's and everybody in Princeton out so much. We just are so grateful.
Thank you so much, Rachel. You have a huge heart. From the Milk Mustache.
Hi, I'm Jill from Jillian's, and I would like to thank Rachel Gustafson from the bottom of my small business heart.
Hi, Rachel. Thanks for your kind heart and your hard work.
We're proud of you from Jay's Salon. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. This is Linda at Lodestone. I really appreciate what you did. It was very helpful.
Thank you, Rachel, from Little Blue Dress.
Thank you, Rachel, from Shelley at Meadows. Without you, we could not have remained as normal as we did.
Hey, this is Dave from Myrtle's 5. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Rachel, from Neil and Shorty's.
Thanks, Rachel, from Nikki Lynn Shoes.
Thank you, Rachel.
From the Park Tavern, we love you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rachel, from the PI.
And thank you very much.
Thank you, Rachel, from Rachel Renee.
Thank you, Rachel, from Rusty Hair Studio.
Hi, Rachel. This is Terry Bailey from A Second Glance Salon, and we just want to thank you for all your hard work helping all the businesses in Princeton over the pandemic time, and we really appreciate all your work. Thank you so much from all of us at A Second Glance.
Thank you, Rachel, from Shane's Shine Shop.
Hi, Rachel. It's Greta from Spoons. I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart how much we appreciate what you did during the quarantine and how much we appreciate being a recipient of one of the businesses that you helped and truly helped out from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachel, for all of your hard work from the studio.
Hello, this is Mary from Sophisticates in Princeton, Illinois. I just want to give a shout out to Rachel for thinking of us small businesses during the shutdown of the pandemic. The money she raised was amazing, got us through a month, and I know it took a lot of her time away from her family, so she's awesome for doing this, and we are very blessed to have her as a part of our small town.
Thank you, Rachel, so much from Buchel Zoo. We really appreciate all your love and support. Keep up the good job.
I just want to thank you, Rachel, from Ultimate Salon and Spa.
Thank you, Rachel, from Whiten Hills Golf Course.
A big thank you from us here at Aruka, Rachel. We absolutely love the Usborne books. My particular favorite is The Bear Doing Yoga. Thank you so much.
Hi, Rachel. On behalf of the Princeton Elementary School District, I want to thank you for the incredible commitment you've made on behalf of our community.
Thank you, Rachel, so much for your kind heart. Second Story appreciates all that you did for us.
Okay, we're going to move on to the 2020-2021 Chamber Service Club Organization of the Year. The award this year is going to go to 2 recipients, Princeton Elementary School District as well as the Princeton High School. Both of Princeton's public school districts have demonstrated a high level of leadership as they have guided their staff, students, and parents through the implementation of an educational plan in the face of COVID. Both districts have been able to maintain their respective plans throughout the school year while placing in-person learning at the forefront of their missions. Administration should be commended for their hands-on approach. Parents should be commended for their support of both districts' plans, and the students should be commended for their commitment to learning in these challenging times. By placing a high level of commitment to get as many students back in the classroom as possible, the districts have had a positive impact on parents and our entire community. Teachers demonstrated a high level of professionalism by adjusting their educational delivery methods to ensure that all of our students were able to achieve at their individual ability levels. In fact, Princeton Elementary School's Return to Learn plan has been recognized by the ISBE in August of 2020 as an outstanding plan for getting kids back to school, while providing opportunity for those families that choose remote learning. I'd like to present this award to the Princeton Elementary School District and the Princeton High School. Okay, typically the next award is given out by the president of our Ambassadors Club. However, since she is the recipient, I decided that I would take that honor. Our 2020-2021 Ambassador of the Year deservingly goes to Rachel Bickett. Rachel is currently serving as our Ambassador Club president, starting her second year at the helm. I felt like she was slighted due to having minimal to no events during her first year as our president, so I asked her and the entire Ambassador Club if she could stay in her role one more year. Since becoming the executive director, she has been nothing but helpful to me as I transitioned into my role and is constantly offering herself to the chamber and our events. This is an Ambassador Club voted award, and those individuals also saw her enthusiasm to help promote the chamber and help wherever and whenever she could. She is a doer and a great person to have on your team. She is a constant advocate of Princeton, Illinois, and someone that you can always count on. I am grateful to call her my friend and so happy that I get to present her with this award tonight. Thank you, Rachel, for all that you do. I'm going to hand it over to you. Okay, I'm going to let Rachel go ahead and introduce our ambassadors.
Good evening, everyone. It's my honor to accept this award tonight, and I thank all the ambassadors that voted for me. I have enjoyed being an ambassador for 4 years now, and it's my honor to be the president. I would like to introduce Joe Kitchens. If you could stand up as I call your name. He is our vice president. Dana Pascenti, she is not with us tonight. She is our secretary. Tricia Schaefer is our treasurer, and she is not here tonight. And Pam Marsh is our membership director. We also have Rochelle Becker, Misty Brokaw, who is not here, Jen Forstall, who is not here, Patricia Grant, Rachel Gustafson, Charmaine Hansen, Janet Johnson, who's not here, and Trish Moon, Kelly Morris, who's not here, and Bob Mullane, who is not here, and Taylor Paul, Cassie Pistol, who is not here, and Gina Puck, who is not here, and Joanne Sheldon, Jay Schneider, who is not here, and Sarah Torrey. Thank you guys for all of your efforts throughout the year.
I'm now going to turn it over to the Homestead Committee and Tom and Betsy.
Good evening. My name is Betsy Kammerer, and my husband Thomas and I, along with Steve and Shelley Manier, Michael and Sue Stutzky, are the three couples representing the Bureau County Homestead Festival for this year's 50th anniversary celebration. The festival will be held Friday, September 10th through Sunday, September 12th. We have many wonderful events planned for this year, and you can check them all out on the schedule of events of thehomesteadfestival.com or on our Facebook page, The Homestead Festival. Just a reminder, we are selling 50/50 raffle tickets. They can be purchased online at the Chamber Office, Guys and Gals, the Wyattton Hills Golf Course, Central Bank, and the Neighborhood Ace Store. Other major fundraisers in the Homestead Festival is the lawn event. At this time, I'd like to introduce Matt and Ryan Keitzer and Brent and Victoria Yipson, who are hosting this year's lawn event.
Hello, everyone. We would like to invite you to the annual lawn event happening June 12th at the Owen Lovejoy Homestead. You can find out details on our Facebook page, Homestead Festival Lawn Event. We have music this year by Daniel Watson and food catered by Cafe 129. So it's for the 50th anniversary, we've kicked the lawn event up a notch, and it's a little fancier this year to celebrate the 50th anniversary, and we hope you all can come. Thank you.
All right, good evening. I'm going to introduce this year's Grand Marshal. He was born and raised in Macomb, Illinois, and graduated from Western Illinois University in 1973 with a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in political science and minoring in U.S. history. While at Western, he was a member of Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity, founding member of WIU's show choir, The Newcomers, and was a member of WIU's men's glee club and university choir. He was employed by Princeton High School from 1973 to 1979 as a social studies teacher. While at PHS, he coached freshman basketball for 5 years and fresh soft baseball for 1 year. He also served as the student council advisor. He served as the youth choir director for 2 years at St. Louis Catholic Church. He was employed by Citizens First National Bank from 1979 to 1987 as a lending officer. He became vice president of commercial loans. While at Citizens First National Bank, he volunteered with many organizations, including the Bureau County Daycare Board of Directors, the Princeton JCs, Princeton Tiger Athletic Booster Club, Knights of Columbus, and he and his wife were part of the Homestead Couple Steering Committee. He and his family moved to Genoa, where he worked for Citizens First National Bank. He served as the executive vice president in 1987 and then as president from 1987 to 1994. In Genoa, he was involved in many community organizations, including the Genoa Ambassadors, the DeKalb County Economic Development Board of Directors from 1988 to 1994, the Family Service Agency, the Genoa Kingston Boys Sports, DeKalb County Community Foundation, the Sycamore Rotary Club, the Genoa Rotary Club. He was named Employee of the Year by Princeton National Bank Corp in 1989. He graduated from Northern Illinois University in 1994 with an MBA, majoring in finance, and was recognized by Beta Gamma Sigma in 1991 for high scholastic achievement. He was employed by Citizens First National Bank, which later became Heartland Bank and Trust, from 1994 to 2015. He served as Senior Vice President and Corporate Sales Manager. He was awarded Employee of the Year in 2002. He led the bank's efforts in creating a sales culture and the development of a full-service investment department. He obtained his FINRA registration 7, 24, 63, and 65. He also obtained an Illinois Health Producer's License and an Illinois Real Estate Broker's License, both of which are currently maintained. In March of 2015, he began his own investment practice with KB Elliott Financial Advisors and is currently active in that business. His community activities include the Princeton Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, of which he is currently the president, the Youth Service Bureau Board of Directors, the Bureau County Historical Society Board of Directors, Princeton Elementary School Board of Education, he's currently the president, Princeton Rotary Club, and the Father Farrell Council of Knights of Columbus. He's a member of the St. Louis Catholic Church, where he serves as a lector. He was a member of the Princeton Elks Lodge. He's been married to his wife for 45 years this July. They have 4 children, 2 daughters-in-law, 1 son-in-law, and 6 grandchildren, 1 girl and 5 boys. 3 children and 3 great-grandchildren live in Princeton, and 1 son and 3 grandchildren live in Arizona. It is our privilege to honor and announce this year's Grand Marshal for the 50th anniversary of the Homestead Festival, Steve Boslog.
Thank you, Tom. First, let me say that I'm honored and humbled to be recognized as the Grand Marshal for the 2021 Homestead Festival, our 50th anniversary of our Homestead Festival. These past 2 years will be forever linked to the COVID-19 virus, and I guess that puts me in rather auspicious company. I got to do it for 2 years, and I got 2 golf shirts out of the deal. I was shocked and amazed when asked by the steering committee to serve in this capacity. My wife Carla and I, as Tom mentioned, had served as one of the 3 couples of the steering committee, and were the lead couple in 1982. At the time of the festival, Carla was 8 months pregnant with our daughter Abby. Trust me, Carla's patience was wearing a little thin that weekend. We've always had a very special place in our family for Homestead. The honor means so much to Carla and I, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. My first reaction to being asked was, well, certainly there has to be someone more qualified than me. and I know that is true. I read recently about something President Harry Truman said. It was in 1971 that he was going to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. He refused to accept it and wrote, "I don't consider that I have done anything which should be the reason for any award, congressional or otherwise. The office of the President of the United States doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the American people." This award and honor really doesn't belong to me either. It belongs to the many, many individuals who have served on boards with me or who have worked alongside me for the past 45 plus years. Without them, with me, we couldn't have accomplished anything. This award belongs to them as much as me. However, it really belongs to the community. The community of Princeton is blessed with so many people who give so much. This is what makes Princeton what it has become, a city of volunteers, all pitching in for the common good. All of us striving to improve the community, bettering our educational delivery for our kids and grandkids, helping nonprofits find resources to meet their missions, maintaining a strong health delivery system, delivering outstanding city services to our citizens, promoting our outstanding agricultural production and related services, and the list goes on and on. The Homestead Festival has become the trademark for all that we feel good about Princeton. Graduates from high school coming home, watching our kids return to work and live here, developing our careers here, growing our businesses and farms, and retiring here. For Carla and I, it's the festival of festivals. No one does it better. I would like to thank Carla for putting up with me and the time commitments I have had with all of the organizations with which I've been associated over the years. Her support has always been unwavering, but maybe not always enthusiastic. You're going to do what? I also want to thank my family, my kids. There were many ball games and dance recitals I missed over the years. I want to close my remarks with a challenge to the next generation. If you're not volunteering now, look around. There's a T-ball team to coach, a school board, a park board, or a city commission on which to serve, a JC's club that needs your help, a United Way organization that needs your time. There is a cost to your volunteering, your time and perhaps your resources. But we all know nothing in life is free. It is incumbent upon all of you and all of us to leave Princeton a better place for generations yet to come. To serve as the COVID-19 and two-time Homestead Festival Grand Marshal is the honor of my life, and I'm truly humbled by it. Thank you.
I'm now going to turn it over to the mayor.
Did anyone else not know that Steve could sing? Glee club, choir, that's impressive. I have a little story about Steve. When I was in high school, I was a sophomore and I had Steve as my government teacher. And I was never a very good student, never read until I was in Steve's class. He had us read All the President's Men and then we were tested on it. And I read that, I think, like in 2 sittings. Got an A on the test, and ever since I've been a reader. So if anybody ever wonders, does a teacher make a difference in someone's life? Steve made a difference in my life, so thank you for that. So I'm here tonight to give you just a brief update on some city happenings, but first, I want to thank everyone here tonight and many others who could not attend on the year that you had in 2020. We suffered through a pandemic, and yet, due to your creativity and your desire to succeed, you thought outside the box and did the things you needed to do to survive. You did what you did before anyone else, and long before the governor said it was okay to do so. The city stood back while many others didn't because we trusted you, the business owner, to know what was best for your business, for your employees, and for your customers. And we all succeeded. And while I don't want to put too fine a point on it, your actions contributed to an eye-popping $450,000 increase in sales tax revenue over 2019. You showed what working together as a community can do, and I want to thank you for what you did and for your commitment to our town. Now, on to the city and some items I think you'll find interest in. First, our street sales tax that was passed by referendum in 2018 is up to $5,000 a month. The tax has generated $525,000 since we first started collecting it in July of 2019. This revenue, along with motor fuel tax, allowed us to put $800,000 in our streets in 2020. It is allowing us to put $800,000 in our streets again this year. Because we are paying as we go, no debt has been taken to pay for any street work. In fact, we'll be able to put $800,000 in our streets every year, as we have been for likely the next 8 years. That's $8 million to repair our streets over the 10-year period. Had we not passed a referendum in 2018 over the same 10-year period, we will have put $1.5 million in our streets. Here's a few interesting infrastructure statistics over the past 4 years. We have repaved or reconstructed 6 miles of street. We have replaced just short of 2 miles of curb and gutter. We have replaced 2.5 miles of sidewalks with an additional 4 miles earmarked to be constructed with safe routes to schools this year. We also rehabilitated 3 parking lots, which included paving, drainage, striping, and landscaping. We replaced almost 2 miles of sanitary and storm sewers. We have much more to do, and we're doing it without taking on any long-term debt. When I was elected mayor, the city had long-term debt of over $42 million. Tonight, our long-term debt sits at $22 million. Through refinancing some older bonds and sticking to a stringent payment schedule and not taking on any new long-term debt, we have made a significant $20 million reduction in taxpayer debt, and the number will continue to go down. Perry Memorial Hospital will transition to OSF St. Clair Medical Center on July 1st. This transition will ensure high-quality health care for Princeton and the surrounding area for many, many years to come. We are also currently in the process of finalizing the sale of Perry Plaza, and there are several economic development projects in the works which we hope will come to light as we move through the summer. Tourism continues to help grow our town. We budget $120,000 a year to be collected in hotel motel tax, money that is allocated to be used for tourism activities and projects geared to not only bringing people to town, but to get those same people to return to town along with others. $120,000 is based on a normal year with street concerts, festivals, weddings, and events. In 2020, we had very few of those, yet we fell short of that mark by only $20,000. That, in and of itself, is an incredible outcome during a pandemic. We have a full slate of street concerts this year, and we'll finally be able to roll out our new stage. Heartland Bank made a sizable donation towards its purchase. That, along with tourism money and many donations generously made by residents, businesses, and non-residents, allowed us to purchase the stage months before we were expected to. And now we're finally going to see it grace our Main Street for an exciting year of great music. Our Star and Plaque program on our own Walk of Fame will add PHS grad and former Doobie Brother band member and drummer Keith Knutson this year, with the dedication on Friday of Homestead Weekend. Within the next couple of weeks, trees will be planted uptown just as they were downtown a few years ago. That work has already begun. Also, we hope to have the surface of the Columbus Street walkway with accents provided by Euclid Avenue bricks completed for a dedication ceremony during Homestead. A project that is being funded by tourism. This project dovetails nicely with everything that we've been working on the past 6 years to improve the aesthetics of our uptown and our downtown business districts. And on a final note, last year, Jenica Cole was hired as the Chamber's new director and as Princeton Tourism's new director in the middle of a pandemic. Talk about a challenge. But Jenica has proved to be the right person at our most difficult time, and she's to be commended. We are fortunate to have her leading both the Chamber and tourism, and I look forward to her leadership in these positions for years to come. That's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for listening, and have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, Joel. I was thinking a couple things as I was sitting there. I should really take this mic home. My kids might listen to me. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm sure most of you know me. My name is Jenica Cole. I was born and raised in Bureau County on my family's farm. I graduated from Lamoille High School, don't hold that against me, and received my degree from Augustana College in Rock Island. My background is healthcare, sales, and marketing. I worked in the medical industry for over 10 years. My husband, Brad, and our soon-to-be 3 children live just outside of Princeton. We moved back after living in the Dunlap-Peoria area for 10 years, and we cannot imagine our home to be anywhere else. I want to start off with a couple of thank yous, because I think that's super important. I want to first start out by thanking my board of directors. Even though some of you are Cardinal fans, you have been a source of continual support as I have transitioned into my role. I truly appreciate everything, and most of all for allowing me to be your executive director. Go Cubs. Next, I have to thank Deb Cools, my administrative assistant. I'm sure most everyone knows Deb here. I have to give her the biggest thank you for being my right hand. I am thankful for the strong relationship that we have developed in these short 7 months, which has flown by now that I say that out loud. And I hope you know how much I appreciate your work ethic, your knowledge of our accounting system, and mostly for always keeping me smiling. I think our personalities and sense of humor help us greatly when managing the constant chaos. Thank you, and I couldn't imagine a better person to be on my team. Next, I would like to thank Joel and Teresa, Pete, and the City Council for accepting me and being so welcoming. I truly enjoy the tourism side of my responsibilities and look forward to working on projects to promote Princeton and progress us forward. I think it is an exciting time to be in our positions, coming through COVID and all of the new things on the horizon for Princeton. I truly look forward to it, and I am ecstatic to be working alongside of this group of individuals. Thank you. I would also like to thank the community for accepting me and not putting me on blast for my awkward live Facebook videos. I love being able to hear the feedback from our residents, and it's a great way to keep everyone in the know and involved with the chamber. Lastly, and most importantly, I would like to thank our chamber members. Without you and your support, my job would be pointless. I appreciate everyone, and thank you so very much for welcoming me with open arms. The last year or so could not have been easy with losing a director that had been in the office for a decade, and then managing through COVID with a director that was only here a few months, to then no director. I know that my board and I appreciate your patience and understanding, and thank you for graciously accepting me through all of these things and giving me a chance to prove myself. This last year could not have been easy for any of you. I look forward to a long future with the chamber and supporting and promoting your businesses. Thank you for being our greatest asset. I want to talk a little bit about membership. The Princeton Area Chamber of Commerce is made up of 311 members, and we're growing. 15 of those members have joined since I came on board in November, and I am so very grateful. Pretty remarkable considering the past year. I think this says a lot about our city. Those new members include Princeton Liquor, Wine, and Spirits, Downtown Liquidation, Renew You Skincare, Farm Stew International, Sisler's Ice Cream, Simply Nutrition, the Princeton Park District and Bureau County Metro Center, Rachel Gustafson, Main Street Dance Academy, Sean Phillip Bridals, Polished Nail Salon and Bean Buzz Coffee, Nick Klein Trucking and Excavating, Flags of Freedom, Princeton Art District, and Beats Me. The Chamber currently does great things to support our members, but I am looking to add additional benefits through better use of our webpage and social media, offering office and shipping discount programs to our membership, member-to-member discount programs, online payment options, and swipeable Chamber gift certificates. I would also like to add a few new events to promote shopping in Princeton, market our businesses in areas other than we have in the past, streamline our shop local events, and definitely put some focus on our manufacturing companies by doing tours and having regular job fairs. Stay tuned for my big ideas. I also want to take the time to recognize our Chamber Ambassadors Club. These individuals are the eyes and ears of our chamber. They promote civic mindedness and help with different chamber events throughout the year. The Ambassador Club has 25 seats, but currently we only have 21 members. We would love to fill those last 4 remaining seats. So if you can think of anyone that would fit this role, please let myself or one of the current ambassadors that you saw here tonight know. I also want to talk about a couple of the things that ambassadors clubs they do for us. They host our annual chamber golf outing, which I am extremely excited to announce has been scheduled for Friday, July 9th. Our webpage has all of the details, and you can register online this year as well. Joe Kitchens is this year's chair, and the funds raised from this event fund our building improvement grant program, which is an amazing way that we support our chamber members. With the help of Rachel Bickett, Ambassador Club President, we have developed 2 new committees within the Ambassadors Club this year, the Welcoming Committee and the Fundraising Committee. The Welcoming Committee is working on ways to welcome each and every new business when they come to Princeton and to educate new business owners about the chamber and what we do. The Fundraising Committee is a committee specific to fundraising for the Ambassadors Club, and we look forward to this year's projects of the annual calendar and first annual Christmas ornament. The 2022 calendar is being dedicated to Bart Kassabaum and will contain different pieces from his collection along with some fun stories. A huge thank you to Connie, Bart's wife, for helping us and giving us her blessing. Our first ever Christmas ornament is being custom produced by an artist from Illinois, and we are super excited about this project as well. We hope to launch both the calendar and the ornament just in time for Homestead Festival. We plan on making both of these items a yearly tradition. Thank you to the entire Ambassadors Club for your help. Chamber events. We are super excited to announce that the chamber calendar of events has been finalized. It is posted on our webpage as well as printed copies on the back table tonight. COVID may have hindered some of the things in 2020, but all of our events are back on schedule for the calendar for 2021. In fact, Lunch in the Park started this past Friday, and the turnout was amazing. If you were there, you knew the line was long and there was tons of people in the park, which was very nice to see. Our calendar is also online. Our sidewalk sales are this weekend. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. I'm also working with Pete on the trolley schedule for summer, and I am super excited to get started on all of these things, and I know everyone is excited for our scheduled of events as well. Also, if you've noticed, the flower pots are starting to go up and down Main Street. Thank you to all of our generous sponsors. I know a few of you are in the room. And thank you to Hornbakers and Ray Mabry for caring for those flowers. So for a new event this year, I am excited to be partnering with both the fairgrounds as well as the Park District to have a weekend full of family fun. A huge thank you to Tammy Lang and Nick Davis with the Park District, as well as Kyle Burrows, president of the Bureau County Fair. They were all invited tonight, but unfortunately could not be here. I think our partnership with this new endeavor will show the community and our chamber membership that we are invested in them, and working together only promotes positivity and a lot of strength. I wanted to list the events off for that weekend so everyone can mark their calendars and get excited. For Christmas 2021, we're going to do a big kickoff the weekend of Friday, December 3rd. We're actually going to have our tree lighting and candy cane hunt on that Friday evening. And Saturday, we're actually going to have breakfast with Santa. The Park District is going to host a holiday 5K. We are going to have the Lions Club do a Christmas parade on Main Street. There will be after parade activities for the kids at the fairgrounds. And then we will kick off our Home for the Holidays drive-through light show at 5 p.m. on that Saturday evening. I want to thank all of our sponsors. We have had a great turnout of people, which I knew we would, for our Christmas light display. We currently have 68 businesses or families committed with displays for the drive-through. If anybody has been to the LaSalle Rotary Park Christmas light drive-through, it's very similar. I'm very excited. I think our first year is going to be very successful. And thank you to all of those in the room that have already taken part and taken an interest in that. So I hope everybody is excited about that. Okay, on to tourism. As most of you know, I also wear the hat of the Princeton Tourism Director. This is a part of my role that I'm super passionate about, and I look forward to promoting Princeton in different ways and in different areas. I think we have a lot of points of interest to promote and exciting new projects coming down the pipeline that will make my role as Tourism Director even easier. I am excited that our Main Street Concert Series will be kicking off on Friday, June 18th, and we have 5 concerts scheduled. The magnets on your tables, you're more than welcome to go home with. There are more on the back counter. It gives all of the list of the bands that are scheduled. We want to give a gigantic thank you to our sponsors, Country Financial, Big Sky Wind by Vital, Sullivan's Foods, and St. Margaret's Health. Stay tuned next weekend for another big announcement that is sure to excite and another positive partnership that is going to yield good things for our community. That will be announced Friday or Saturday of next weekend. I wanted to end on the fact that Pure Wow recently named Princeton, Illinois, the #3 most charming small town in Illinois. I think everyone in this room, as well as our chamber members, should be very proud of this recognition and yet again solidifies how wonderful of a community that we have. It's only onward and upward from here. Thank you to everyone for coming out tonight, and thank you to our membership. We couldn't do any of this without you.